And, if it's okay, put the stationary part of the mechanical seal back into the housing. The lapped surface of mechanical seals must be treated very carefully. Remove the rest of the mechanical seal by loosening the set screws and pull out the seal. Use a soft plastic hammer and pull out the shaft together with the ball bearing, inner part of the backstop unit and the inner part of the roller bearing. All parts must be cleaned thoroughly, inspected and defective components changed. If necessary, pull off the upper steel sleeve from the pump shaft by using the special extractor from the Framo toolbox. The last component to be dismantled now is the hydraulic motor. Use the special jack from the Framo toolbox for dismantling the motor. Set the jack under the pump casing. Loosen the intermediate flange from the pump casing. The hydraulic motor can be lowered by using the jack. The complete pump unit is now dismantled. Before reassembling, check all O-rings, backup rings, O-ring grooves and seal faces. Never install a damaged O-ring and be sure there is no corrosion, no cracks, no dirt, etc. on the components. And remember, use only genuine spare parts. All reassembling has to be done the reverse way according to the dismantling procedures, and follow the Framo instruction manual closely. Pay special attention to the Framo toolbox when you are doing service work on the cargo pump. After the cargo pump has been assembled, the pipe stack and pump unit must be filled with hydraulic oil. Open the ball valve on the pressure side and let out the air through the venting plug on the return pipe. Pressure test the cofferdam. Check that the air pressure is stable, which means no leakages. Some servicemen do this test before the volute casing has been assembled on the cargo pump, but then a new final test has to be done after the impeller wear rings and check pipe have been reassembled. The service is now complete, and after filling the cargo tank with water, the pump can be tested. The cargo pump can be operated remotely from the control room or locally out on deck. After a service job, we normally test run the pump by the local control valve and with the cargo valve closed. The main hydraulic system must be in operation. On the cargo control panel, we have also located all necessary instruments for safe and easy operation. The necessary hydraulic aggregates must be running. The power packs are of a variable displacement type, which means the required oil flow will be automatically supplied to the system. Check the hydraulic oil temperature, pressure drop over the filter, and hydraulic system pressure. After the test run is completed, empty the pump cofferdam for inspection. By following these instructions, you will achieve a long-lasting, well-functioning cargo pumping system, resulting in a profitable, reliable and happy ship for crew members as well as for the owner.
This instruction video is produced mainly to give the shipbuilder some advice how to install the Framo submergible cargo pump, type ST, on board the vessel. We want to show in the video how to use the dummy equipment package delivered by Framo. How to install the deck trunk, the pipe stack support and pump support ring at the tank top. Correct installation is very important for the cargo pump performance and also very important for the stripping result. The pumps are normally shipped from Framo works supported in specially made wooden baskets or racks, carried by railway wagon, truck or container directly to shipyard. Pumps of length up to 12 meters are shipped as complete assembled units, while length about 12 meters may be split in two parts. To prevent impurities and foreign matters from entering pump casing and seal grooves, the pump suction inlet and all piping connections on the top plate are blanked off and sealed. In addition, the pump shaft is taped. All blanks, seals and tape shall be left on the pump during installation and must only be removed by Framo's service engineer when the tank is clean and the pump is ready to be started. Storage at the shipyard. The pump leaving Framo works are preserved for 1 year storage. For longer period of storage, Framo should be contacted to special instructions. At the shipyard, indoor storage in a dry clean warehouse is the best, but in case of limited warehouse space, cargo pumps may be stored outdoor, provided it's properly protected from iron dust, from grinding and welding spatter. For more details, see Framo mounting instruction and transport, storage, handling and installation instruction. Installation of deck trunk, pipe stack and pump support. Prior to pump installation, the deck trunk and brackets for pump supports have to be welded into the tank. As it is of major importance to install these items in the correct position, Framo normally supply an equipment package to be used as a dummy during installation. The dummy equipment package is specially made for each type of cargo pump and consists in general of the following items: dummy top plate, adjustment screws, dummy pump pipe stack support, set of measuring pipes and laser. The laser beam is the key component for a correct installation. This video gives you a general view only. For binding information, see drawings and specification for the actual ship. Calibration of laser. Before the laser is put into service, it should be checked by inaccuracy occurred due to transportation using the following procedure. Place the laser in V-blocks. Aim the laser beam against the vertical plane target at 10 meters distance. Mark the spot where the beam hits the target. Turn the laser 90 degrees. Repeat the turning in steps of 90 degrees until a full circle is completed and mark spots for each step. Adjust the laser by the screws in the front if necessary. After adjustment, recheck the laser and as described above. The laser is correctly adjusted if the 4 laser beam spots are within a circle with a diameter of 5 mm or smaller. Cutting of hole for deck trunk. Procedure for cutting hole in deck for trunk are: mark the cargo pump position in the suction well. Follow the installation drawing. Measure the distances from the center to the bulkheads. Use these distances to find the center of the deck trunk. Cut the hole for the trunk in deck. Adjustment and welding of deck trunk. Here is a principal drawing of the dummy equipment package needed for adjustment and welding of deck trunk. Framo recommend the following procedure. Check that there is no water or dust on the laser lens. Locate the top plate dummy with adjustment screws over the trunk and put the whole unit into the hole cut in deck. Lower the measuring pin, start with pin number 1 and continue with the others in numbering orders into the tank through the hole in the top plate dummy. Adjust the deck trunk to correct position with the adjustment screws. During the adjustment and welding procedure, 2 men have to work in a team, 1 man on deck and 1 man inside the tank. According to practical experience, the distance between the deck level and the tank top will normally be reduced by 3 to 5 millimeters due to heat treatment when welding. For compensation, use a distance piece during adjustment. Turn the laser 90 degrees and 180 degrees and check that the laser beam still hits the suction well center mark. Spot weld the trunk to the ship deck. During the complete welding operation, the man inside the tank is continuously checking the laser beam position and gives signals and advice to the welder on deck how and where to do the welding. After the welding has been completed, loosen the adjustment screw and finally check the position. The position is correct if laser beam hits the suction well within a circle with diameter like or smaller than total pump length in millimeter divided by 1000. Example, total pump length 14,000 millimeter, maximum diameter 14,000 divided by 1000 makes 14 millimeter. Adjustment and welding of pipe stack supports. Use a measuring pin and mark the position for the pipe stack support on the bulkhead. Place the pipe stack support on the bulkhead. Use the laser beam for adjustment. And finally, weld the support to the bulkhead and recheck the laser beam. Installation of Framo cargo pump. The pump shall not be installed on board until all sandblasting and tank coating are completed. Install the top plate seal carefully in the seal groove while the pump is still laying on the ground. The seal groove has to be cleaned and the seal carefully greased with Teflon grease before installation in the top plate. Lift the pump to a vertical position. Use 2 cranes, one for onboard lifting and one to keep the pump clear of the ground. Pump lengths exceeding 12 meters have to be lifted on board in 2 parts. Lower the pump into the cargo tank through the deck trunk. Use a rope during lowering, guiding the pump in correct position. Use some liquid soap on the middle support ring. Be careful when the pump goes through the pipe support ring. Use the guiding bolts and move the unit carefully to bring the pump in position. Use the guiding bolts as recommended in the instruction manual, and remember there are different types for different cargo pumps. The pump is now in position in the cargo tank and ready for a long-lasting, well-functioning cargo pumping duty. Frank Mohn Services RS will normally supervise the main part of the pump installation, and if any extra assistance are needed now or in the future, Framo's well-qualified staff are always there to support you.
Frank Moon AS is located in Bergen, Norway, and has a long tradition as the leading supplier of submerged cargo pumps in the world tanker market. Framo Research and Development Department is working continuously, upgrading the pump design to meet all the new international rules and regulations. This is a cargo pump SD-150 Design 4. And this is the new design number 5. We will now show you how to dismantle the pump unit, design number 5. Remember, before doing service on the pump, always close the hydraulic pressure inlet valve, purge the cofferdam, and be familiar with the ship's safety rules. Dismantling the pump support ring, lift and secure the support to the pipe stack. The pump support ring is a new design, easy to clean, and will also improve the stripping result. Use a rope to secure the support to the pipe stack. Dismantling is done like this. First, loosen the bolts for upper wear ring support. Then loosen the bolts for impeller hub, 2 turns only. Remember, when assembling, use a torque wrench and specified torque 44.2 Newton meter. See Framo instruction manual. Turn the impeller clockwise for easier access and better working condition for loosening the bolts. Press down the bolts and pump impeller. When the pump impeller is loose, remove the bolts. Then remove bolts between volute casing and cargo leg. Change 2 of the bolts with lowering, lifting bolts, 1 bolt in each leg. Remove the rest of the bolts on cargo flange and also between volute casing and bearing housing. Finally,